Hey guys, welcome to another Veg Inspired live video. Can you hear me okay? I feel like I'm echoing in this big room. So we are really excited to have you here today to share some big announcements, some life-changing announcements. Make sure you say hi. The chat box is open. I want to hear all of your questions as we go through this big announcement. Hey, Alexa. So we're really excited. If anybody has any guesses and you don't already know, don't go spoiling it for anybody. We've been holding this secret for probably about, 4 months. Not very well. Some people already know. And we've been talking about it for well over a year, but we're really excited to announce it and to have all of you kind of follow along with us on our new announcement. Hey, Brittany from the Judy family. Hey, Linda in OKC. Misty, hey, I'm so glad you guys are all on. This is super exciting. So I am fortunate enough to be able to sit here today and tell you some really amazing news. About 3 months ago, John, the Veg Inspired chef, and I made a decision to sell our house. Some of you already know that because you follow us on Pittsburgh Vegans. And we bought a fifth wheel RV. And in less than 2 weeks, we will move into that fifth wheel RV and we will travel the country. So we are taking Veg Inspired on the road and you get to follow along with us. So we are super excited to make that announcement. We are currently based in Pittsburgh and we'll stay here through the end of the month. So there's just so much going on. If you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen some snippets of boxes or, computers that are now moved into the living room because we're trying to sell the desks that we had, but we're selling everything that we possibly own. It's incredible and liberating. And if you've ever minimalized, it's the most amazing adventure that we've ever been on. So please be sure you ask me some questions because I'm literally bursting at the seams. If you're just joining us right now, we announced that the Veg Inspired Chef and I have sold our house and we are moving into a fifth wheel RV to travel the United States and possibly Canada and Mexico at some point. So we're really, really excited. We definitely, if you have recommendations for places to go or cities we need to visit, we want to make sure that we see some of you. We have some plans to do some meetups as we adventure through the United States. And we definitely are starting the plan to chase that warm climate. So if you know what Pennsylvania winters are like, we are going to scoot out of here before that winter happens. I know there's a bunch of you on. Does anybody have any questions or anything you want me to talk about? I'm like I said, I'm bursting at the seams with so much information. It's been overload for the last, we accepted an offer about 3 weeks ago. So it's been crazy and overloaded for the last 3 weeks. So Betty, that's so exciting. Yeah, we're totally excited. Christy, I see that you're just joining in. So for those of you who are just joining in, we sold our house and we are moving into a fifth wheel RV to travel the country. So we're going to take recommendations on where we should stop. We've got some amazing, plans to kind of get to different places. Krista, I see your question. The first vegan restaurant we plan to visit when we leave Pittsburgh. So our first destination stop is Daytona. And in Daytona is a restaurant called the Kale Cafe. Has anybody been to the Kale Cafe? Because their burgers and their kale salad and pretty much everything we got was incredible. So the Kale Cafe in Daytona, we're coming for you. And when we get to Fort Lauderdale, we are going to hit up the Green Bar Kitchen. So those are my 2 destinations that are on our list. Yes, it's so exciting, Christy. I have been minimalizing like a rock star. I mean, we have got boxes for Goodwill. We had a huge garage sale. It's incredible, and it's amazing. So, Alexa, Virtuous Pie in Canada or Portland. Those are on our list. So when we get out west, we'll have to make sure we add that. OKC is the fifth wheel the kind. So a fifth wheel will tow behind a really large truck. So if you know us personally, we both have Honda CRVs. You know, they're little and cute and kind of compact. We will be selling both of our CRVs and purchasing a Ford F-350. And if I could show you a picture, I'll have to post it on Instagram. The mirrors come up to above my head. Like, I'm shorter than the mirror of the truck. So it's massive. I can't even believe it. I drove it. It was amazing. Like, I'm the queen of the road when I'm driving that. It was so fun. And the fifth wheel attaches into the bed of the truck. So, Betty, yes, the Kale Cafe. Oh my gosh, we're so excited. That's one of the best things ever. And yes, the Ford 350 is fantastic. So we're super excited. So anybody else have any more questions? Okay, it is huge. I can't even believe how big the truck is. Wait till you see, I can't wait to share some of the pictures that we have of the RV and the truck on Instagram now that this big adventure is out and this big exciting news has been shared. It's like I've been bottled up inside me. So it's super exciting to share this with all of you and take all of you on our adventure with us. So what other questions? Krista, thank you. So yes, we picked an RV that has a perfect island. So we will still be able to cook on the road. So VegInspired is going on the road. We'll have road cooking shows, and our schedule is going to allow us to create even more recipes, as well as some travel vlogs. And then we also want to do some like day in the life of living in an RV or living in a tiny house. And then, because it's kind of like a tiny house on wheels, I guess. And then we're also going to have some exclusive content that you can be part of. So we'll have some announcements on how to join through the exclusive content. But yeah, we're really excited to be able to show you full cooking videos. We've cleaned out our kitchen, which was a little difficult for some of us more than others. And it's just crazy and insane, but we've managed to keep some of our favorite items. You know, it's going to be exciting to show you our pantry tour as well as our kitchen gear tour of all the things that we downsized our house to and the things that made the cut. So for those of you just joining, we sold our house and we are selling everything and we're moving into a fifth wheel RV. We will stay in Pennsylvania. Christy, I see your question. We'll be in Pennsylvania through the end of October, and then we head south towards Florida. We actually move out of our home and into the fifth wheel, so our new home, in less than 2 weeks. So we're making this announcement, late in the game, but we wanted to make sure that everything was square before we, put it out there that we're doing this. That girl in OKC, we are going to go as far as we can see, and then we'll just figure it out. So we only kept a short, small 5x5 storage unit. We'll be storing some personal items that we aren't ready to get rid of, that we just can't minimalize, a couple of heirloom antique pieces that we really want to keep if we ever have a house. And then everything else we're getting rid of. We're either donating it. So if you are in Pittsburgh and you know of any specific items that some nonprofits need and you can help me get those to them, I would love that information. It's been very overwhelming to kind of get some of this stuff boxed up. Like I said earlier, I have 25 boxes already boxed up of things to go to be donated. And then we have lots of furniture. So if you're aware of any nonprofits that can take, furniture or items, or if you are in Pittsburgh and want to be part of our What's for Sale, What's Veg Inspired Selling group, let me know. Just put a message in the comments below and I can add you to that group. Let's see, Betty, Ethos. Oh my gosh, we love Ethos. We've been there. Unfortunately, we've only been there once, but it's definitely on our list. And we will certainly be starting to announce meetups as we start to get our plan a little bit more in place. Like I said, I know that we're going to be in Pennsylvania through the end of October, and then we'll be down to Daytona about mid-November. And then, you know, I think we're going to start classifying ourselves as snowbirds. I don't really know, but the snowbirds that were already snowbirds have kind of booked up a lot of the sites in Florida. So we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do for like the holidays and just, you know, January and February when it's freezing up here and we don't want to come back. So we're really excited and we're so happy to be able to take all of you along with us, both from the adventure side as well as just from the cooking side. So thank you. Thank you, Curious Chickpea, Eva. We're really excited too. Christy, we're really excited. Megan, thank you. How did we come to this decision? So we have been talking about tiny houses, I mean, since they really hit the market. We've just been minimalizing and we've been working to kind of, come on, say hi. Say hi. Tell everybody you're going to be a camper cat. Sorry, I easily get distracted by him. This is Eddie. Here, look over here. Say hi. Anyway, so we were talking about tiny houses and what we want to do, and we were looking at property, and then, you know, we both keep talking about all these places we want to go. We want to go to, you know, we want to go out west and go to all these vegan restaurants, but it's just, it never seemed to fit. Like we just never made the time to do it. And then we found some channels that were living in their RV, Keep Your Daydream. If you don't know them, I highly recommend checking them out. And then we watched people embark on this journey and they were doing it. And we were like, oh my gosh, we can do that. And so we started looking at RVs about, I don't know, we started talking about RVs seriously a little over a year ago. And we started looking at them right after the holidays, early 2018. We found one we really liked and we just kept talking about it. We were like, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool if we did this. And we were like, oh, there's so many obstacles. You know, what are we going to do about a job? And what are we going to do about our cars? And, you know, things just started happening that it just kind of aligned. So the decision, we made the decision to do it. And then we just thought about how, not the how, but what we wanted, and things just lined up. I know that may sound odd, but it just all kind of worked. You know, we realized that the whole situation with, you know, the cars wasn't going to be a big deal. Like we could get rid of those and get a truck. I mean, it was just, we just started to realize our ability to be able to do it. And so we made the decision and now we're doing it. So, yeah, so we're really excited. If you're just joining, I know I keep repeating myself, but the Veg Inspired Chef and I have sold our house. We are selling everything and donating everything we have, and we are minimalizing and moving into a fifth wheel RV to travel the country. So if you have any questions, be sure to comment. If you have any suggestions, like I said before, on donations or places to donate, or if you're in the Pittsburgh area and you're looking for household items, or you know somebody that's looking for them, please message me. We have a lot of stuff to get rid of and a short amount of time to do it. So Betty, just south of Orlando. So we are definitely going to look you up when we get down there. So we'll have to stay in contact for that. That would be great if we could do a meetup. Eva, the Curious Chickpea, donated your table. Salvation Army picked it up. Yeah, it's really great to be able to work with a local charity that can pick it up. And yeah, I've reached out to a couple of local charities and haven't heard back from them. And it says on their website that they're really desperate for furniture, but I haven't heard back. And we have a 3-bedroom house that we're trying to, downsize out of. So we have a lot of furniture that we need to keep moving. So Brittany, that is an excellent question. Brittany from the Giroudi family. we have tossed around the idea of starting a second channel. We really like the idea of keeping VegInspired very vegan and plant-based focused, with recipes coming every week to you, as well as the travel, what we eat vegan in certain cities and what we, more of that vegan and plant-based lifestyle with the kitchen gear and things like that. And then we feel like there's a lot of content that we'll have that may or may not be, as vegan focused. I mean, we're vegan, so it'll be vegan focused, but we think that the RV travel may or may not be exciting to some of our followers. So I don't know, you all are following. Do you think do you want to see just VegInspired, just stay with your recipes and your vegan stuff and leave the RV stuff off? Or would you want to follow two channels, one that focuses more on RV life and RV living? I mean, I guess we'll kind of leave that up to the viewers. We really like the idea of a second channel because I think it will allow us to really connect also with other RV full-timers. There's a whole group of people that are doing this, and I think it's amazing. So maybe we can do a little bit of both. I think it's fantastic. You all are voting all of it on VegInspired, so that could make it really easy because then I'm only doing one. Hey, Ginny from Lake Norman, North Carolina. That's so exciting. We used to live there, and I just love seeing all your pictures. Thanks for joining. So if you're just joining, I see a couple of other people popping in and saying hi. We just announced tonight in this live stream that we've sold our house. We haven't sold all of our stuff, but we're in the process of selling all of our stuff. And in less than 2 weeks, we are moving into a fifth wheel RV to travel the country. So we're really, really excited. And if if you're just joining in and you have recommendations on how to minimalize, I mean, I feel like I've been doing pretty good. I'm basically like, do I need this? Nope. Okay. Don't need that. So it's been really exciting. It's definitely an adventure and a story to tell. And I can't wait to put together I've been working on blog posts. I've been trying to document this adventure and this journey with blog posts. But it's definitely a challenge to remember sometimes to turn the camera on. So it's exciting. Betty, I'm excited to share it. We were hoping to be in the RV for the announcement. We actually had planned to move in last weekend, but there were some challenges that didn't allow us to do that. And I think it's probably better because it's been pouring rain and thundering and lightning tonight. And I'm much happier to be in my house right now than I would have been to be a newbie in an RV. So yes, Christy, I know it's one of those things, like having a separate channel for the RV will allow the people who only want to see recipes that avenue. But we'll do whatever we need to do, whatever works out. We'll just kind of let the path forward kind of pave itself for the second channel if we decide to do that. So yeah, does anybody have any questions? Anybody new that didn't hear the announcement that wants me to share it again? Because the more I say it, the more excited I get that I'm saying it. Oh gosh, Betty, I hope it doesn't leak. It's brand new. We bought it brand new. It's a 2018, so nobody's lived in it. So, and there were no watermarks when we walked through it, and we'd had some storms. So we feel pretty confident it's not going to leak, but I bet leaks are not fun at all. So it's going to be a whole new adventure. I can't even imagine the types of experiences that we're going to have living in an RV full time, but it'll be really awesome. Yes, Ginny, I'm glad you joined in to hear the news too. We're really excited. So if you're just joining in, VegInspired Chef and we currently reside in Pittsburgh, but we've sold our house. We're downsizing and minimalizing, and we are moving into a fifth wheel RV to travel the country. So we're really excited to be able to announce this to you. We have been talking about it for over a year and making this adventure happen really, really close, really in the last about 2.5 months. It's really been listing the house and going through the whole house sale process was an adventure. Megan, yes. So the cats know something's going on because the house has been, boxed up, but we are taking them with us. We searched when we were looking for the camper, we looked for one that would allow them to have a lot of windows because they really like to sit in the windows. They really like to look outside and be where the birds are, or not be with the birds, but watch the birds. They really, they like to be on high spaces. So we have some really nice windows all the way around the back of the RV, which will allow them to look out. And we bought a larger truck, a crew cab truck. So there'll be plenty of space for them in the back of the truck when we travel. So we'll really, they don't really love to travel, but we think they'll be okay. Our plan isn't to, hurry anywhere. We don't feel like we're in a hurry. So we want to really take our time. So we'll be in places for a few weeks. They'll kind of get settled, and then it won't be like we're taking them every weekend somewhere. So they'll have some time, and they're pretty resilient. They moved from North Carolina with us. They Murphy and Scoot both traveled to New York with us. Our families are based in New York. That's where our families live. So when we lived in North Carolina, we would drive to New York for Christmas, and both Scoot and Murphy went on that adventure with us, and they were fine. They loved it. So it's really exciting. So yes, they are coming, all three of them. They're going to have their own little cat adventure. So let's see, I've got some other questions. So that girl at OKC, yeah. So our families are not in Pittsburgh, actually. They're in Western New York. And my parents are actually selling their house and moving to Fort Lauderdale. So that's a whole nother adventure that I don't even know who knew that, but that's, they're on their own adventure as well. So we're going to be able to meet them down there for the holidays. And my brother and his wife live in Fort Lauderdale as well. So we'll be able to, spend some time with them. And our families do travel a lot. So it's really going to be great to be able to, go up to New York and stay with them for a month, whereas normally it would be a weekend or a week. So this is really going to give us the opportunity to spend some more time with our families that aren't as close to us right now in Pennsylvania. So Mast and Stars, hey, how are you? It is definitely going to be an epic adventure. I kind of feel like I'm on this roller coaster right now. And some days I'm like, screaming with my hands up, and other days I'm like white knuckling and I can't believe this is happening. So it's been absolutely crazy. Ginny. Oh, in a van. I love it. I did see some of your posts that you were out there. So it was really awesome. Thank you for saying it's life-changing, because I think this is an adventure that we just need to take. Like we're ready and we're excited, and it's really good. Hard eating vegan on the road. I wondered that. Like I was looking at some campgrounds between here and Daytona, and I'm trying to be strategic on where we stop so that we can, eat the vegan food, because I'm all about eating the vegan food and sharing it with all of you, obviously. But I'm finding some places like where the campgrounds are, they're not really local to the city. And I don't know if any of you have been to Pittsburgh, but just in Pittsburgh, I'm already thinking about the challenge of driving my giant F-350 to like the Lawrenceville area and parking. Like I might have to Uber, because I don't really know how I'm going to park that big thing in like a little city. So I think there's going to be some challenges on that, but we've already talked about possibly becoming like Uber's biggest fans and just park outside the city and Uber in, so we don't have to try and park. So we're gonna look for all those vegan places that we can find on the road. So yeah, it's really exciting. Brittany, Vegan Wife Life, thank you so much. We're really excited too. We're so happy to be able to finally get this story out and this adventure out and share it with all of you. That I've been bursting all day trying to, keep it in, and it's great to finally have it out and be public. So Ginny, you took most of your food. Yeah, I just from traveling and just doing road trips, like we really try to be strategic on the way we go so that we can make sure we hit all those places. So yes. Hey Coco, Thank you so much. We are definitely going to be on an adventure. I can't even believe it's real. Like sometimes I pinch myself and I'm like, yep, you're awake and this is really happening. I am traveling with the Veg Inspired chef. You are right, OKC. I mean, he's fantastic. And the cool thing is that our house is attached to our car. So we can just, pull over at a Walmart or in a rest area and just, eat on the road, I guess. So it's really good. Yeah, we do cook a lot at home, but a lot of the part of the adventure that we want to make sure we take advantage of is trying those vegan restaurants. So if you have recommendations, I know some of you have said some, and we talked about some that I can't wait to try. But if you have recommendations on the way down for some plant-based options, be really cool. Betty Happy Cow is an excellent resource. We love them. We definitely use them. We used them when we went to Cleveland and had some excellent food. So it's a really great resource. So yes. Does anybody else have any other questions? I'm so excited that it's finally out and I can tell people. I know. Coco, I'm telling you, it's been insane over here. So if anybody's in Pittsburgh and you know of places that we can donate some of these items, household items, I mean, we're planning on starting kind of fresh in with a lot of our stuff. So we're really donating down, to the bare minimum. So if you're looking for household items, we got them. So Betty, I think we talked about, I think you mentioned that you lived in Cleveland before. We really enjoyed our trip to Cleveland. They have some great vegan restaurants up there. It's really nice. We had a nice time. We've been to the Cleveland Veg Fest 2 years in a row, and that was really great. An Instapot. I do not have an Instapot. We just got rid of our slow cooker tonight. What else do we have? We've got no Instapot. Oh, Kimmy Jeans, you're just joining in. So the big announcement was that Veg Inspired is going on the road. We sold our house, and in less than 2 weeks, we are moving into a big fifth wheel RV and traveling the country. So we are basically taking the show on the road, so to speak. So you're going to get the same content that you've had before, just a little bit more consistently, and a whole lot more adventure and, what it's like to live in an RV, or things that we've found out to be necessities. Like what items did we take that were an absolute necessity? And then, I imagine that we take items that were like, we haven't used this, whatever gadget it is, in the 2 years that we've been on the road. So we'll see. We'll do a kitchen tour. Once we get into the RV in 2 weeks, we plan on doing a rig tour and then a kitchen tour, both of the pantry items that were must-haves as well as the kitchen gear. But if there's anything else you guys want to see, make sure you let me know so that we can plan that into the content. Yes, Kimmy, we are super excited. I have been holding this in. I was like a little champagne bottle that had been shaken up, and I was like ready to explode before the call. Like I'm so excited, and so incredible that we're able to do this, and we're so fortunate, and we know we're lucky, and we just are really excited to be able to share our adventure and just inspire all of you. Instapot is one that does many things. Yeah, we honestly, we don't even have an Instapot. We have a rice cooker, and we have a pressure cooker, like a stovetop pressure cooker, which we kept both of those items for now. We do use the pressure cooker a couple times a month. Sometimes we've been making our beans, but we actually don't use those in the pressure cooker, do we? John's sitting over there. That's why I keep looking that way. But an Instapot, that's been recommended by a couple of people in our RV full-time group on Facebook. We joined one of those just to see what everybody does, because people live in these RVs full-time. So I posted, when we first made the decision, I posted a request that they take a picture out there of their current view. And it was amazing. Like I had people sending me pictures of like that were out west of like bison walking across their campground, or like there was somebody that sent me a picture from Key West and it was like this beautiful sunset. It was awesome. It was so inspiring and so motivating, and it really just, you know, so we hope to be able to bring some excitement and some adventure, you know, send that back your way to wherever you all are. Tennessee, yes. We will definitely be hitting up Tennessee. It's on the list. I don't know how we're going to jigsaw through the United States, but as of now, we're in Pennsylvania through the end of the month, and then we are headed to Florida. So we're really, really happy that we were able to, you know, like I said, just take advantage of this opportunity. It's once in a lifetime, and we're doing it. So if you're as excited as I am, give this video a thumbs up, because it's just insane that this is happening. And in less than 2 weeks, we are hitting the road. We'll be in Pennsylvania through the end of October, and then we hit the road to Florida. Instapot won't heat up the RV and cooks in less time. Yeah, I might have to add an Instapot to my list of things I need. The other cool thing about the Instapot is that it runs on electricity. So the downside currently of our stovetop pressure cooker is that the stovetop in the RV is propane. So we'll be using propane. So we'd rather use electric, because that's the campground. You know, usually your electric comes as part of your site. Come here. Come say hi. So this is Scooter. He's really excited to go, aren't you? Yeah, look that way. So Kimmy, yes. So we are talking about doing some meetups. We do have a Patreon page. Our Patreon page will have some exclusive content, as well as we're going to do some private Facebook groups so that we can, you know, kind of keep people a little bit more in tune of where we are, and when our meetups will be, and where we're gonna meet up. So we definitely want to meet all of you. That's one of the reasons that we are doing this, is because we want to get out on the road and meet you, and maybe do some cooking demos, or, you know, just have dinner together, or, you know, brunch, because I'm a brunch lover. I love brunch. Anybody else love brunch? I think brunch is like one of the best meals ever. So we definitely want to do some meetups in the States as we go through them. Like I said a little bit earlier, we are not in a hurry, so we don't want to like hit a state and be gone the next weekend, unless we're just trying to get, you know, unless we're getting to the next state. But for the most part, we'll be everywhere for at least a week. Most places will probably be for 3 to 4 weeks. The monthly rates are really, really reasonable, so we'll probably stick to maybe even a month at a time, just depending on where we stay and what their discounts are and what the campground's like. I mean, you know, right now I'm booking campgrounds for Florida, and I'm booking them completely blind. We've never camped in Florida. We don't know if the campground we're booking has narrow sites or big sites. I mean, these first couple of sites where John's going to have to back this RV in, it's going to be a challenge. I will record that. Should I record that? Should we record that so you guys can see our backing up the first time? This is going to be so fun. It's going to be such an adventure. So, the Everglades National is amazing, Ginny. So I'd say a few years ago, but it was more than a few years ago. My friend and I went to Key West, and we drove on Alligator Alley in a convertible. Like, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. But it was so beautiful, and there's so much, it's just so expansive. Like, you can see forever. So yeah, we have that on our list. There's actually a really cool campground that we tried to get into, but it's booked for this year. It's right on the edge, and there's actually a bicycle path that goes through the Everglades, like around it, not around the whole Everglades, but like around this section. And that was on my list, but they're booked. So maybe toward the end of the winter, we can get in there for maybe a week. But that was we were hoping to get in for the Christmas holiday, but they're booked. Come here, Murph. Nope. He went the other way. So yeah. So any other questions? Are you as excited as me? If you are, hit that thumbs up because I am like bursting at the seams. I just can't even, like I keep saying, I can't believe it's happening. Like we've been on this crazy roller coaster since we put the house on the market. We put the house on the market in the middle of July. Well, first, the real estate agent came and was like, you guys need to pre-pack. Like, we need to get some of this stuff ready for your move. And I was like, we're not taking it with us. So then it was like, just get it into the garage. And then we had this huge yard sale. And now we've been posting things on Facebook Marketplace. I've been boxing things up that I think would be better as a donation. But there's just, you know, there's the whole minimalist mindset is, do I need it? Is it something that I need right now? Is it something that somebody else can use? So we've really been asking ourselves, you know, lots of those types of questions to really make sure that we're keeping the things that we really need, but also, you know, giving the things that could go to somebody else. Like it was so nice today when the man came to buy our squash cleaver. It's really, it was, I mean, it's made for me, but we don't eat meat. So it's a squash cleaver, which is an awkward thing to sell online, by the way. So again, these are some unique stories that I have. But he was there and he was just coming to get this cleaver. And he said, oh, wow, you have a lot of stuff in your garage. So much stuff. What else are you selling? And I said, oh, well, you know, we've got some books over here. We've got another knife. You know, we've got a slow cooker. We've got this. It's like, you have a slow cooker. So he left with this knife and then another knife, which was cool because we didn't even remember we had it in the back of our drawer, but then I was like, we do. And then he left with the slow cooker, and then he left with 4 cookbooks. So it was so awesome to see him so excited to get, you know, the slow cooker and the slow cooker cookbooks that you know, we've used it with. And I was able to say, oh my gosh, you have to try the French onion soup. It's amazing. I mean, it was so awesome and so wonderful to be able to, you know, give somebody something or sell them something that they would use and that they were excited about. So that's, you know, been a really fun part of the journey. There was a couple other things that we sold. We sold our Weber gas grill to some fellow vegans. And it was really exciting to know that we never used meat on the grill. We never cooked meat on the grill, and they would never do, you know, they were never going to cook meat on it. And it was just nice to be able to kind of pass that on. I will say that that was a really sad day. Like, we love to be outside and grill. Again, one of the reasons why we think this adventure is really going to align really well with our lifestyle. And so to have our grill, you know, at least it's going to somebody who's going to use it. In fact, I think the first thing they cooked on it was a vegan hot dog. So that's really fun. If you're watching, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the grill. So does anybody have any other questions? Anybody that's new joining in that might have missed the announcement? So, wow. It's been fun. I don't know what else. I mean, I could probably ramble for hours about this topic. So I don't know what else to talk about unless some of you have questions about our adventure. Otherwise, I suppose I should probably go clean the kitchen and maybe box up a couple more items. You're with me in spirit. Yes. Thank you, Masks and Stars. Christy, yes, we're really excited. We've got some recipe videos coming out this week. We have a fall collaboration video that's coming out tomorrow. So make sure that you check that out as well. We joined forces with some awesome vegan YouTubers that also have some plant-based fall recipes coming out. So that's exciting. And then we definitely are going to start doing some more, try and capture more of this journey of minimalizing and selling your house and selling everything and moving into an RV and what that's like and picking up the truck. I mean, that's really exciting. And again, it's so huge. Like it's so massive. You guys just have to see it because it's unreal that vehicle needs to be that big, but I guess it has to be to pull, you know, the big fifth wheel. And then the super exciting part will be picking up the fifth wheel and getting that set up. So we definitely have videos like that coming to you. So yes, thank you so much. Kimmy, yes, I'm looking forward to those videos. Christy, definitely our adventure. Thank you so much. Ginny, if we head through North Carolina, we will let you know. I think that might be one of our ways because we are so familiar with that Charlotte area that we may be stopping there. The girl in OKC, we are coming for you probably in, I think early 2020 we'll loop back around. So maybe we'll be able to do a meetup out your way. So that would be really exciting. So we'll definitely keep following us and keep us in the loop on what we should try when we get out your way. But yeah, it's going to be an adventure of a lifetime, and we are so excited to invite all of you along with us. So anybody else have any questions? Anything else you want me to talk about? Anything random that, popped into your head, like how are you going to blow dry your hair with a 2100 watt blow dryer in an RV? Because that came up when I bought my blow dryer, but it seems like the 50 amp will be okay. But it was a question because I don't want to blow a fuse, especially if we're in Florida where it's hot and I'm using the blow dryer. Because if anybody else blow dries their hair when it's hot and you're blow drying your hair, then the bathroom gets hot. It's just a bad mix. But yeah. So yeah, VegInspired is hitting the road, and we're going to take all of you with us. So it's going to be an adventure of a lifetime. Oh, that's a great question. Yes. So we don't have leashes yet for the cats, but we are going to get leashes for the cats. But if you've seen our cats, I really wish Murphy would come over because he's ginormous. He's as big as the truck, really. No. But I measured them for leashes, and we have one leash, but they don't really like it. So I think it's going to be a learning experience for them. We have been looking at some playpen options that will allow them to come outside. So they love to be outside. That's, when we lived in North Carolina, we had a second floor balcony, and they were able to go out on the second floor balcony, and they loved it. When we moved to Pittsburgh in our apartment, we had a second floor balcony. And then in the house here, our back deck is a second floor, and they love to be out on the deck. And so we know that they're going to want to be outside with us, sitting around the campfire or just sitting under the awning and, when we're working outside or whatever. So we have looked at playpens, and we have looked at leashes and harnesses. And we actually talked to the vet about that. And he said that, even though, Scoot and Murphy are 10 years old. So even though they're that old, we could possibly still get them to walk on a leash. But I don't know. They're kind of stubborn. They might just lay down. But we're going to try it. We want to make sure that they're protected. A lot of people that camp with dogs, and we just want to make sure that they, that we can get them if a dog comes up, or that they're protected and that they feel safe. So that's really the main reason. The harness is really, one, so that we can keep them on a leash, but also two, if we can grab them if they're in danger, or, we have to be smart. They're like our little fur children. They are our fur children. So, yeah. So, yeah, the cats on a leash, that could be a whole video. I'm sure that they'll be quite entertaining. Perhaps. Right, Scoop? He's sleeping. He's not amused. So, great question. Anybody else have other questions? If you're just joining us, I see some numbers, the numbers, fluctuating a little bit. We have sold our house. VegInspired Chef and I bought a fifth wheel RV, and we are heading out in a few weeks to travel the country. So we're really excited. But yeah, that's our adventure. Yes. So yes, definitely just for hanging out, not for walks, because they don't really walk. They usually just lay down. So Kimmy, shop at farmers markets and new stores. So that's one of the things I'm really excited about because we have become really accustomed to shopping at Whole Foods. And it'll be really nice to be able to try some other stores and just see what else is out there. Maybe find some other local vegan items. Like we have a local company here, the Happy Vegan, that produces an almond nacho cheese. And, you know, it'll be nice to be able to find other local items like that in the places, in the cities that we travel. And we love farmers markets. That's one of the most exciting things about being on the road and, you know, following the climate is being able to, shop at farmers markets along the way and really just eat fresh produce all the time. And, you know, in-season items, especially in the southern states, we can have some more in-season items. So we're really excited. And, you know, we've really never done any come along and shop with me videos, but I think that might be fun. I think it might be fun if, you know, I was like the Veg Inspired chef was like my paparazzi and followed me along as I picked things up in the farmer's market or picked things up at Whole Foods or, you know, whatever types of grocery stores we can find. You know, it's going to be a learning experience for us. I mean, we won't, you know, a lot of our grocery hauls that you might have watched in the past, we've been able to buy like a whole island full of stuff. Our pantry was always full because we were always coming up with some unique recipes. We didn't really plan ahead. We just kind of said, these are the items we have. This is what we're going to try and make this week. And in the RV, you know, we have a pantry, but it's definitely smaller. So we'll probably be shopping, you know, more often. We'll be buying less items, but that also aligns with that minimalist kind of mentality of, you know, use what you have. We've actually been doing a pantry challenge as best we can here to try and get rid of a lot of the items that were in our pantry. Like today we cooked all of the canned jackfruit that we had. I totally have to tell you that recipe because that was incredible. We had canned jackfruit with barbecue sauce. So I'll do an Instagram post on that. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, make sure that you are. And then we got broccoli slaw from the store. So we were buying fresh produce. And then we also had some avocados left over from last week. So we had corn tortillas that were in the freezer that we thawed. And then our barbecued canned jackfruit. So barbecue sauce and jackfruit out of the pantry. And then the broccoli slaw, we did some tahini that was in the refrigerator that we want to use up and some limes that we had that we needed to use up. So it was like a limey tahini slaw. It looked delicious. How do you know? Did the Veg Inspired chef post that? Did he post our dinner already? Dang it. Is that what he was doing over there while I was talking to you guys? And then we had avocado on it and it was amazing. We really enjoyed that. So it's been really fun to clean out the pantry. What was something else that we made? I can't remember what we did the other day, but I've been eating pantry cleanouts for like as many times as I can, or eating out, which has not been as great, but it was fun. It's been fun. So yes, an RV pantry tour is a great idea. We actually want to, because it's kind of like, what items do we want to take with us? What are those items that we know we're going to use and we want to take? So that's really what the RV pantry tour will be, and how we store all that stuff. You know, like we're going to be out in nature. Now, I don't think we're going to have to worry about mice because of our 3 fur children, but I know that some RV people have to worry about mice. So I want to make sure that, you know, our pantry items are stored properly. Mast and Stars, it looked delicious. See, I knew he posted that. I saw it and my mouth was watering. Dang it. It was so good. It was really good. I'll definitely share the recipe, unless he already did, and then I'll just share his recipe. Megan, the Portugal Wine Bar and Grill in Palm Coast. Ooh, that sounds awesome. We'll add that to our list. We have this crazy Google My Map that has RV parks and then a layer of vegan restaurants and then a layer of like friends and family that we can visit. So we definitely want to connect with all of you on the road. So as we're traveling, we're going to be updating our private Facebook group with our location so we can do some meetups. So definitely make sure that you stay tuned for the announcements for the private Facebook group. Collaborations with vegan YouTubers on the road would be cool. Yes, we do have some vegan YouTubers that we follow that are also on the road or adventuring as well. The Venturing Vegans, they have an Instagram channel and they're out adventuring. And then our friends, the Vegan Voyagers, they are also living in an RV. So we're really excited to meet up with some other vegans that are living full-time on the road. So some collaborations with them would be great. RV parks have potlucks night. Ooh, that would be fun if we could go to a potluck and bring some vegan food and share it with people in our RV park. That's a great idea. So Kimmy, you've got some really good ideas tonight. Keep them coming because I'm making notes so that I can go back and look at these ideas so that we can share this. Might even be fun. We've even talked about maybe hosting some potlucks ourselves and sharing those on our channel just to see, what other people bring. It'd be interesting to see if the potluck themes or the foods that people bring are the same or different as you travel the country. Like I know that there's different pockets of cultures through the country that have, what their typical barbecue potluck items are. So I would wonder if that would change, if you were going to a vegan potluck, do those items kind of match? So I don't know. These are just weird, odd things I think about. What else, you guys? What else do you want to know? I'm going to have way more information to tell you in 2 weeks when I'm actually living in it. Like 2 weeks from today, I will have gotten up on Monday morning and showered and gone to work because I'm still working my 9-to-5 job in the office through the end of the month. So I'll be living in the RV and then getting up and going to work from the RV. And we're only going to have one car. So we're going to have to carpool to work. So that's going to be an adventure as well because I'm a morning person and the VegInspired chef's not so much a morning person. So he's going to really love to hang out with me in the morning when I'm caffeinated. What else? What else are you guys thinking? Ooh, a fireside mukbang would be awesome, Kimmy. Oh, yes. Vegan dog roast, vegan s'mores. Yes, I am a s'more-aholic. That is one of the things that I am most excited about is to be able to eat s'mores every day. Maybe only one s'more every day because, well, it's a s'more and it's full of sugar and it's full of all the things that I love, sugar and chocolate. Sometimes I even put on a Justin's peanut butter cup and have a s'more with a peanut butter cup as my chocolate. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to have marshmallows and vegan graham crackers and chocolate in my pantry tour. And we need to add marshmallow sticks to the list of things we need to buy. VegInspired Chef. Add that to the list. Huh. Yummy, right? That is going to be my favorite part, I think, is the s'mores. I think. I don't know. Or it'll be sitting outside and drinking coffee every morning. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to share our RV tour with you. Do you think that should be a live tour or do you think it should be a video? What do you guys think? Should I do a live tour or should I do a video tour? Or should I do both? Like I could do a live, like we're just moved in and come check us out. And then I could do like a specific, tour of the rig of our new house. What do you think? Wild cow. Wild cow? Happy cow. Is it happy cow or is there another one called wild cow, Kimmy? Okay, see a video. Yeah, I think a video is a good idea for the tour because it allows you to kind of you know, adjust and get different camera angles. Because I kind of feel like I film like the Blair Witch Project when I'm live. Like I'm all over the place and I don't want to make you guys sick. That's one of the reasons I'm sitting down right now, even though I'm definitely more comfortable standing up because I kind of bounce around a lot. So yeah, I think a video, mix it up on videos. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think we could do a little bit of both. Angles and lighting too. Exactly. Like I'm sitting under a ceiling fan light because we've sold our lamps. So we have to just use the ceiling fan lights in all the rooms. The Wild Cow. I knew I'd heard of the Wild Cow. I think it is a restaurant in Tennessee. Are you in Nashville? Or what city are you near in Tennessee? Is the Wild Cow the restaurant that's in the Plant Pure Nation book with those buffalo beans and greens? Is that book packed already? I think it is. I think that is the restaurant. Does the Wild Cow have buffalo beans and greens? Because there is a plant-based recipe in the Plant Pure cookbook that I think was inspired by the Wild Cow. I think it was that one. 15 minutes from downtown Nashville. Okay, so my cousin lives outside of Nashville, so Nashville's definitely on our list. They even said we could park in their driveway, so we might even be able to hang out with them. And then we could do a meetup, totally. Possibly at the Wild Cow, especially if they have buffalo beans and greens, because that sounds amazing. And it is life-changing. See, I thought I'd heard of the Wild Cow. I totally want to go there. Add that to the list. He shook his head, yes. Okay, I love buffalo. I love buffalo flavor. I love buffalo. Anybody else love buffalo flavor? I love buffalo flavor. Yeah, that's one of my faves. Okay, other questions? Because I'm now thinking about buffalo flavors and what I could make with buffalo. We do have an obscene amount of red hot sauce. We could make something with buffalo. We were cleaning out the pantry and we have like 3 bottles of red hot sauce. I don't know if all that needs to go, but we're not going to get rid of it, so it's going. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Are you as excited as me? If you are, hit the thumbs up so that I know you're super excited too. This is going to be an adventure, and we're going to take you with us. What else? Anybody else have any questions? What else can I say? I don't know. I'm usually not at a loss of words. All right, Linda, thank you so much. I'm super excited to share updates with you as well. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are probably going to get going as well because I have a kitchen to clean up and I have a couple other items I need to take pictures of and post to Facebook Marketplace so that we can get some of those items sold. So yes, have a great night. You guys, thanks so much for watching. If you do have questions, you can leave them in the comments. I'm going to put this video up so that other people can see it as we go. We are super duper excited to take you along on our VegInspired adventure as we take VegInspired on the road. But until tomorrow's video, I hope you all have a fantastic night. And thanks so much for joining us for this live video and our big exciting announcement. We are too excited and it was so hard to keep it a secret, but we're excited that it's out and that you all came along for the ride. So I hope you hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. And thanks again for watching. Until next time, as always, eat more plants, live veg-inspired, and have a great night. Bye. Thank you.